Olmsted County wants every voter to cast a ballot during Minnesota's primary election, and a state nonprofit is working to make that happen by boosting participation. The effort comes after a Yale University study highlighted how U.S. primary election turnout is typically lower than general elections. KIMT News 3's Sananda McCall is joining us live outside the Olmsted County Government Center with how a nonprofit is hoping to encourage voters to get involved by hosting a virtual event. Sananda.
Yes, Jess. Well, on March 5th, Minnesota will be hosting its presidential primary, so that means a lot of people in Rochester will be headed out to their designated polling stations, which does include here at the Olmsted County Government Center. But some registered voters may face barriers to the ballot box, like being uncertain about which candidate to back or not understanding how the election process works. That's where the nonpartisan nonprofit Majority in the Middle steps in. Founded in 2020, the organization works to resolve systemic problems that negatively affect civic and political culture. This weekend, the organization is hosting Silly Question Saturday, all about elections. Voters can participate in a conversation with Secretary of State Steve Simon and ask him questions about the primary elections. I spoke with the organization's executive director, who says the event is beneficial for all of us since it can take a lifetime to understand politics.
Anything that we feel like we can do to demystify the process, make it a little less scary, get people in rooms with experts so they can sort of hear what's going on from the people who are doing it, I think, makes a difference to them.
The executive director also tells me that during the first election with President Biden and Donald Trump, she noticed that a lot of people who had bipartisan views were kind of opting out of politics and political conversations. So this conversation that occurs Saturday will be able to allow them to feel more free and be able to push them to vote in this coming primary election. Live in Rochester, Sananda McCall, KIMT News 3.
Thank you, Sananda, for that preview. This is a virtual event all Minnesota voters can take part in via Zoom. It's this Saturday, and it's being hosted by Majority in the Middle with Secretary Simon beginning at 10 a.m. You can find a link on KIMT.com.